welcome, and today we have a very special episode of Queen City Supers because it's the holiday special. We're going to be doing a fun little one-off Christmas story. This is a random Christmas volume that fits somewhere in the timeline, but no one's really sure where. Aside from, it'll be after a character joins the crew that I believe our listeners haven't met yet.
Wait, is that how that's... I always forget we live in, like, the past timeline. Before anyone has ever heard any of our things. Oh, you get to... This is great. It's like when they release, like, episodes of a network TV show out of order, and you meet a character in, like, a holiday special, and then you meet them later for real.
Yeah, because this is dropping... It's dropping in the middle of the last session we did for season 1.
Yeah. Oh, perfect.
Have a delightful holiday time.
Hey, see how long you can make it through without ever referring to me by name.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that'd be fun. That'd be mysterious.
No, the real question is am I going to use the correct name for your character, because I'm regularly using the wrong one.
Yeah, and part of the problem is just the fact that you guys don't know my name yet, so you should probably learn that.
We were about to, and we didn't get a chance to, because I even offered, like, do we want to keep your mask on? We know what you look like, we don't know your name.
Guys, those are spoilers for the future.
Yeah, ooh!
Yeah, spoilers for the future. We're just gonna dance around naming your character beyond the hero name.
And we're gonna rock around the Christmas tree.
Allegedly.
Exactly.
Maybe.
It's Christmas, and the four of you are doing a little sort of like scavenger hunt challenge in a sort of like woodsy forested area. It's just a little for fun thing. It's kind of chilly outside, and you've been tasked. This is actually set up by your mentors for helping with teamwork and collaboration, and because they kind of wanted a break and just sit back and watch what happens.
I thought you were gonna say Calabrian chili instead of collaboration, and that's totally a me problem.
So you're just in this park that's not the Goose Park. It's not Candy Cane Park, it's a different park.
Aw.
It's a little more remote, but
so you
not
say
too
Goose
far.
Park and Candy Cane Park? They're the same park.
Yeah.
Do they shape the goose into a candy cane? Is that what you mean?
No, it's just there's candy cane trees all around the park. And there's the goose slide.
They should give the goose a big Santa hat.
That'd be fun.
That's a lot
That
of
would
hat.
not make it more of a nightmare.
It wouldn't make it better, but...
I delight that the only thing I know about this city, in which I am ostensibly a proud voice that echoes through the radio waves, is that they have a great slide shaped like a goose and a square island. Both of those things.
Yes. Yeah, there's a square-shaped island, because I do weird research for this show.
This is great. I hope today, instead of anything lore relevant, we learn a lot about the inner workings of the city and just things that locals would know. That'd be fun.
Well, you're currently in a park.
in the woods.
Sort of like out on the edge, kind of remote area. It's quiet, it's cold, it's snowy. You're probably wanting to like get this challenge done sooner rather than later, and you are looking for the first clue.
Speak for yourself. I have a thermos full of hot chocolate. I'm cozy.
In direct opposition to my family and namesake's fire-related powers, I am miserable in the cold. I am shaking. I am layered. I have multiple scarves. There's a comical snot bubble situation, and my nose is cherry red. The cold does not agree with Marcus.
My question is, being a speedster, having an accelerated metabolism, am I more affected by the cold or less affected by the cold?
I don't think you ever stop moving, really, so you
Yeah.
probably are generating enough heat to where you're not really all that cold.
Yeah.
It's just if you were to stop moving when it was cold, it would get really weird.
Yeah. I'm just staying active. I'm wearing my superhero getup, my usual speedster suit. I'm also wearing it's a bad holiday sweater. And I've been wearing them like since December 1st. And is this the best thing to wear out in the woods on a mission? No. I thought the scavenger hunt would be in the universe, in the Institute. I didn't think they'd be sending us out. So little bits of tinsel just keep getting like stuck to trees. I'm just like yanking away.
You're just shedding tinsel and glitter everywhere.
Everywhere.
Never mind.
Well,
this
so much
sweater
for, like,
doesn't have
stealth.
any glitter on it. You're not really sure where it's coming from.
Any actual tinsel that falls out, I just pick it up and put it in my pocket because that's plastic. We don't want to mess with the little critters.
Leave nothing behind.
Not for Christmas and not forever.
The cobra hissing chickens will devour it.
The what?
Oh, darn.
Cobra hissing chickens?
Is that like a cryptid or a
Google
real
it.
thing?
Canadian goose.
Google it. Cobra hissing
It's a
chicken.
Canadian goose. They don't
Yes.
live in the forest.
We don't want them to eat plastic either.
Yeah.
That'll just make them stronger.
I will say, I feel like I'm not really, but I think I'm weirdly into Christmas.
I think that would be really great.
So I've literally
I
just
love
got
that.
like a sweater over top that's just like my uniform with the big lightning bolt on it and little snowflake.
Yes.
Yes, I love that.
And just like a Christmassy domino mask and a little Santa hat. Well, but in like a black and blue beanie. Just
Yeah.
cozy.
How's Madigan holding up in the cold?
Well, Madigan grew up here. She's fine with it. She's got leather jackets for every condition. No.
Her thicker leather jacket.
The kind with the removable the quilted vest.
No, she's very much got like a really good heavy duty winter coat on with like very, very fluffy lined biker leather gloves and like a really good comfy like super poofy toque. Oh yeah, you guys don't know what a toque is, do you?
Yes, we do.
We are aware. We just don't call them
We
that.
don't call them
Yeah,
that.
that's true.
Okay, but say
Well, there are toque
hypothetically,
here.
if one did not culturally understand what a toque was, and
It's
wait,
a beanie.
okay, no, I
It's
just
a beanie.
just remembered my other Canadian game master explaining what a toque was. I just flashed back to several years ago where I asked the exact same question. And I'm like, oh wait, I
And
know.
It clearly stuck with you.
And history repeats itself.
I mean,
so you're
yeah.
in this
Tis
pretty
to the beanie
flat
for you.
place that's got. It's not a forest, but there's like probably like a smattering of trees.
Probably. Yeah, Saskatchewan's forests are like, from Regina, are like 6 to 8 hours north, going like 130 kilometers an hour to get there. So,
They put us on the Institute jet and they dropped us out for this.
that's fine, because it's gorgeous up north. Oh my god, there's moose and elk and wolves and coyotes and foxes and all those cool critters.
Do you want this to be taking place up near the forest?
I'm fine with that.
We could have this be taking place up near the forest,
Field-
like it's a special
Field
thing.
trip.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, so you're on a bit of a field trip. You were dropped off, not really entirely sure what's going on, and then I was like, hey, so this is going to be a challenge in a scavenger hunt. And they literally just told me probably so I couldn't tell you before you got on the plane.
Oh,
A scavenger hunt?
how would one prepare for a scavenger hunt realistically if we don't know what we're scavenging for?
How would you prepare for a scavenger hunt if you did know what you were scavenging for? If you didn't know where you were going?
Well, then you know what you're scavenging for. This looks like the woods.
I feel like no, that makes sense. No, I'm starting to understand.
Okay, so scavenger hunt.
Yeah.
Great. In the forest.
Would anyone like to roll to assess the situation?
Yes.
As you are getting very gently snowed on.
I assess nothing.
Really? How bad?
I rolled a 2.
I look with my
Whoa.
special eyes, and so I get just enough. I get a 7. Wait, this is incorrect. I'm wrong. My superior is my worst stat.
Oops.
Oops, I actually fail.
Oh boy.
Y'all are just
Oh,
city
goody.
kids. You're city kids. You don't.
What? Yeah, no,
you
I've
don't know
not.
how to assess
I've not fought
the
crime
woods.
in the woods before. This is not. This is a new.
Yeah, you clearly haven't been just dropped into a random situation and had to figure out what's going on. I, on the other hand, got 11.
Nice.
My parents like to camp. I got a 7.
Okay, we'll start with Glider. What's your question?
Are we in danger? Like, what is the most current pressing issue, being that we were just dropped in the woods?
Aside from the fact that it's cold, you can hear something. You can't see it yet, but you can hear something moving through the air. And it sounds kind of big, and it's definitely not the plane that dropped you off.
Okay, so did you guys know that like there's like bears and large cats and elk and all sorts of dangerous stuff up here? It's great.
I think the most dangerous thing around here is a moose.
And a
Oh.
moose.
That's
They're
dangerous.
they're big.
They're very big. But do you guys? There's like a noise. It's like a mechanical noise. I don't know what that is. I'm gonna try to listen.
So for Livewire, you get to ask 2 from the list.
I guess one obvious one could be, how could we best end this quickly?
The clues for a scavenger hunt are probably going to be things that are out of place that don't really fit, and things that like lead from like you find one thing and then it leads you to go find another and leads you to go find another. So you start looking around for something that doesn't fit, something that is like nearby, or if anything looks out of place.
Okay. What can I use to find the first clue?
As Glider's attempting to find out what that strange noise is, that is something that's out of place.
Yeah, a little bit. You don't normally hear random things like that in the woods.
Depends on where we're close by.
Is it an electrical buzz?
You can hear it too. It sounds like it's a weird amalgamation of sounds, and as the two of you are looking at it, like you start walking in the direction of the noise as Scarlet Sentinel and Kid Phoenix are looking around, checking the grounds and stuff to see if they can find clues. And Kid Phoenix, you're just not happy right now.
It is 90%
cold little lad.
allergies. Yeah, I'm shaking.
Cold, miserable.
Just a miserable little superheroes, and the team gets a little separated. And for Glider and Livewire, what you see when you go to investigate the noise is you like get to sort of a clear patch, and you see passing overhead is a sleigh being pulled by reindeer, except for it looks like something's up with it.
Well, yeah, something's up with it. It's in the air.
Oh.
Normally, sleighs do not do that.
Something up with it.
Boo. There's smoke coming from it, and it looks like it disappears from sight as you're just staring at it, like, what? And you hear a very distant crash.
Ruh-roh.
Okay. Okay. Did you see that? Did you see that? Because that looked like a sleigh with reindeer. You know, like Santa. What? Did you see that? You saw that, right?
I definitely saw something that looked like that. and it looked like it was not doing well.
Okay.
And it sounds even worse.
Okay, great. And I want to zip speed away to catch up to you two. And I literally like grab the front of your coats.
I was gonna say, because like you were wondering about following the noise. I think this might be when you realize that Scarlet Sentinel and Kid Phoenix aren't with you, and when you go back to where you left them, seems they've both wandered off, and you're not sure where either of them are.
Oh no.
Well, I know where one pal is, so I go back to the clearing. Okay, so Kid Phoenix and Scarlet Sentinel are gone. I thought they were right behind us in the tree line. They are not.
Gone where?
I don't know. Are we getting any signal out here on our comms?
Abby?
We might also be on silent.
No.
Because it's a test.
Yeah.
Teamwork.
Is this part of the test?
This might be part of the test. Great. We've split our group immediately. Great. Okay.
Well, we could either go look at the crash or go back and follow footprints to find them. What do you think?
I mean, I feel like we should find them because it seems like they weren't real comfortable out here in the woods. But they can also take care of themselves.
Well, it's a scavenger hunt.
Yeah. But what if someone was on that sleigh?
Yeah. It's a hero scavenger hunt. Okay. Do you want to go to the sleigh or go back to the clearing? I think we should maybe... The sleigh is kind of a marker. Like, it's not going anywhere now.
Yeah, it's not
right?
now, huh? Can you?
You didn't see where it landed.
Oh, we just know the vague direction. Okay. And I kind of hold up my hands, and I'm holding up like 2 fingers each hand. So I'm like, can you like pew pew, like, I don't know, make like a light?
Can I fire a lightning signal to
Yeah.
track, like a flare?
Yes, and maybe they'll see it.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I could do that. I mean, I'd have to find like a gap in the tree line so I don't set anything on fire.
Yeah, we don't want to start a.
That would be bad.
That'd be so bad.
Forest fires, not even in winter.
Yeah.
Nope. So, I'm gonna pause and rewind a little bit to as Kid Phoenix and Scarlet Sentinel are now coming to realize you're lost in the woods and you don't know where anyone else is. What condition do both of you take as you realize this?
Uh-oh. Oh, we're starting off strong.
You failed.
I did fail. Alas.
You rolled bad.
Well,
You get a condition.
I think I'm
Congratulations.
upset. I'm in the cold. I'm covered in as many layers as I could possibly bring while still being able to move in my hero outfit. And I'm just not a cold enjoyer. I absolutely despise it. So I think I'm probably angry. So I'm getting a -2 for support and or pierce the mask or to comfort people, which is really funny because I'm generally not great at those things either, and this just makes it worse.
Yeah.
Well, that tends to be me most of the time.
Yeah. So I'm angry.
Yeah. And what about for Madigan? How are you feeling as you realize you're lost and alone in the woods in the middle of winter?
I think I'm going to take insecure a little bit. I'm very unsure what I can do just because we're in the middle of nowhere. I'm going to assume that I can't really get a lot of reception or internet or whatever on even any of my tech. So I have no idea where we are. I don't have anything to use as a GPS because I wasn't prepared for this. And I was born and raised in the freaking city. The closest I got to being outdoorsy growing up was I had horses at like some stable outside the city, and that was about the closest thing I got. Backstory.
Yeah, so you were not prepared for this, and there's part of you like, are they gonna expect me to do stuff like this? Why am I here?
I don't know what to do.
Yeah, both of you are very much out of your element and alone, and it's kind of scary. So what are the two of you going to do?
staying a little on guard, just kind of around. Because, like, if something comes at me, I am very strong. I can physically take care of myself. But not knowing where I am and not having any means of figuring out where I am or where we are it freaks me out.
Oh, I just realized I probably shouldn't use my funky new powers to not reveal them ahead of their dramatic reveal for our listeners. This is, like I said, this lives in weird continuity where we have our delightful new friend, but we don't have everything going on, so that it will foil fans for years.
You can use your dark visions. I know you had that before the season.
I do have those. Those are not related to my funky new powers. Those are something different. So I will use that and mark a doom on my doom track. For those of you at home, my doom track is the thing that keeps track of when the horrible, nasty, evil thing that is tied to my backstory shows up. And the more edgy things I do, the worse it gets.
Yep.
So yeah, that's going to be a point on my doom. I would like to use my dark visions ability, which allows me to have a vision about the situation at hand, and I can ask the GM a question, and they will answer it truthfully. So I kind of center my focus, and occasionally when I try to tap into the strangeness that has to do with my constructs and the spooky shadow hands, I do get flashes of strange insight. It happened before during our fight with the shapeshifter doppelganger. So I'd like to try that again.
And what is your question?
I mean, I'm supposed to get a vision first, and then I can ask the question about the vision.
Ask the question and I'll give you a vision. I don't know what you're trying to see.
I want to know where our friends are and what's going on, and if we're in danger, or if there's anything beyond like just a funny little event that was planned by the Hero Institute.
You poor paranoid child.
Yeah, no, I'm like, am I being pushed into a new event that will require hero work to get out of, or is this an actual honest to goodness I got lost? So I'm trying to find out what is the goal here. Where am I trying to be? Where should I be?
So you once again have that sensation like you are leaving yourself. You are becoming detached. And you see flashes of all of your mentors like going about setting up little clues and things for you to find and little traps for you to figure your way through. But then you see something else. You see someone messing with something. It looks like someone is sabotaging something that is very powerful and magic. You see the sight of a crash and this wildlife like running about. And do those reindeer have harnesses on? You're not sure what to make of that. And there are these shadows, except for they're not really shadows, they're just creatures hiding in the shadows that seem to be stalking around the edges going towards this crash site. So there's something else going on here.
Okay, so there's a crash site and some sabotage, and there's a deeper conspiracy at work.
Yes.
Okay.
You have been listening to Queen City Supers, a graveyard tape side story using the game Masks. Masks: A New Generation is a superhero role-playing game in which a team of young heroes fights villains, saves lives, and tries to figure out who they are. Featuring Caitlin as Madigan, aka Scarlet Sentinel, the Janus. Jess as Bethany Bertolucci, aka Glider, the Beacon. Ian as Marcus, aka Kid Phoenix, the Doomed. And Brianna Jean as the Keeper and Producer.